Well, here's an interesting story. There's a relaxation technique called Cook's Hookup, which allows the right and left hemispheres to come in harmony, which causes people to relax and the vibrations calm down. And here was the coolest part that someone identified, a friend of mine in England, that when you're in this Cook's Hookup, it's called, and your vibrations start to go down, he then says to the person, he says, now I want you to come from your heart, come to your heart. And
Mm.
within 45 seconds, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, this gamma shoots up. And it's just like, oh my God, it's peak performance when you are coming from your heart. And it's really cool. So the exercises you were just doing were very helpful to bring us up to this higher stage of electroencephalograph work, consciousness, higher stage of consciousness. So it's not just, oh, that's really nice. No, no. This is profoundly important because when we come from our heart, we're coming from our highest level. And so thank you for opening the show with let's get up there.
Yeah, I would love to follow up on what you just said with asking, like, what is it about, like, why are positive emotions so important to access? What's so important about gratitude, appreciation, bliss? Yeah.
Well, there are several different things.
Yeah.
First of all, a cell, a biology, a body has two different phases. It can be in growth or it can be in protection. It can't be in both at the same time. I'll give you a simple reason. Growth is, if there's a stimulus out there, whether it's a good meal or a friend or whatever it is, you go to that stimulus, arms open to take it in. So you go to the stimulus, arms open. But if it's a threat out there, you don't go to the stimulus, you go away from the stimulus, and you don't keep your arms open, but you close them down because that's protection. So what's the point? You can't go to a stimulus and away from a stimulus at the same time. You can't be open and you can't be closed at the same time. So anything that puts you into a growth phase encourages your vitality. Anything that threatens you shuts down your system in a protection mode. And it just interferes with your consciousness, your biology, even your immune system gets shut down when you're in a protection mode. I mean, there's a simple reason why two main things happen in a state of protection. Well, there's three. I call that the insult to injury. So I guess I'll talk about it. But the two main things that happen is this. When you're in a state of threat, that's a state of like basic running away from the saber-toothed tiger. Okay. That's the fear. And protection means you got to, which part of your body are you going to use running away from the tiger? Like your pancreas? I go, no, your arms and legs, because you need to. And I go, so here's the key. The blood in your body carries the energy. And when you're in a state of resting or not anxious, the blood is mainly in the gut, the viscera. I said, so what's there? I go, well, that's all the things of maintenance and growth and cleaning and fixing, taking care of the air, taking care of the blood. So you're taking care of yourself in a state of growth because the blood is in the viscera nourishing that. And I go, yeah, but if you're running away from a saber-toothed tiger, I don't think I need to worry about growth at this moment. I need to worry about getting out. And so here's point number one. In that threat, the stress hormones cause the blood vessels in the gut to squeeze shut. And you can feel it. A lot of people feel it's called butterflies in the stomach. You get a little queasy. It's like you're afraid, but you get a little queasy. I say, what's that all about? I say, those are the blood vessels shutting. I say, why should they shut? And the answer is because it forces the blood to go out to the periphery, arms and legs. That's where I need it to run away from the tiger. So I shut down growth of the viscera to put blood into my arms and legs. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, the immune system protects you from a threat on the inside. Yeah, but if the tiger's chasing you, who cares about the threat on the inside? I got a bacterial infection and a saber-toothed tiger chasing me. I think, where should I put my energy? And the hell with the infection. A tiger catches you, the infection's not a problem anymore. So very important fact, profoundly, everyone listen. Stress hormones specifically shut down the immune system. Because the taking care of the inside is not as important as taking care of the whole thing running away. In fact, stress hormones are so good at this that when doctors want to transplant an organ from person A into person B, the recipient of that organ is given stress hormones before the operation because it reduces the function of the immune system, which would be rejecting the graft. And so you don't want the immune system to reject a graft, so you give them stress hormones, which what? Shuts down the immune system. I go, well, guess what? In today's world, just watch the news for a moment and all of a sudden your immune system is going,
Yeah.
So that's number two. So number one, stress hormones shut down growth because feeding the viscera for its functions, not worthy of running away. I need to get the blood into the arms and legs. Again, to conserve energy, because look, the immune system uses a lot of energy. If you've ever been sick, sometimes you don't have the energy to get out of bed. So it's like, well, when it's operating, it could drain you of energy. Yeah, but if you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger, the hell with the immune system. And so you shut that down. So those are two insults to the system. In other words, if I'm not under stress, I'm nourishing my body and I'm encouraging my immune system, I'm staying healthy. But the moment I'm under stress, both of those things shut down and I'm ready to fight or flight. And then I said, well, there's a third one. I call that adding insult to injury. And the answer about what that means is this. The brain has the forebrain where conscious thinking is, and the hindbrain, which is like habit and reflex behavior. Conscious thinking is slow. I mean, imagine your car is going out of control and it's spinning, and I say, stay in the conscious mind. It's like, oh. I say, yeah, but the moment the car starts to go out of control, the stress hormones go in. Remember, I told you they squeeze the blood vessels in the gut. They squeeze the blood vessels in the forebrain. I say, why? Because it pushes the blood to the hindbrain, which is 1,000,000 times more powerful than the forebrain as a machine processor. And I go, so why is it relevant? I go, because the moment the car is going out of control is, oh, well, you're turning the wheel, hitting the pedals, you're doing everything beyond fast, so fast, okay?
Yes.
So when you're in a stressful situation, thinking is slow. And therefore, the system doesn't want you to be slow. It needs you to go, boom, react, reflect right away. So the blood vessels from the same chemistry, squeezing the blood vessels down the gut, squeeze the blood vessels here, push it to the hindbrain, we become less intelligent when we're under stress because now we're reactive. And it gets to a point that sometimes you're so afraid that you take care of me. And then we give up control to the guy with the bigger stick.
Yes.
You take care of me. Well, that means we're a victim. Victim means we're powerless. I go, when stress hormones are in the system, the only power you have is to run. And I go, and the relevance about that is very simple. And that is that it was only designed with saber-toothed tigers in mind. I go, why is that relevant? They say, well, the saber-toothed tiger is chasing you. I go, yeah, and I'm running like crazy. I got blood in my arms and legs. I got all the energy. And I say, yeah, but if you escape that tiger in a few minutes of running, then there's no more threat. And then all of a sudden, the stress hormones are gone, and then you're back into growth and everything else. But today, stress is 24/7, 365. A human body was never designed to be maintaining a stress situation because it suppresses the vitality of the system.